Hey everybody, David here with Improved Carpet Care and Tile. How many of you guys have woke up or experienced this where your kid throws up on the floor, you're not sure how to get it out, you try, you either fail or you get most of it out but the stink is still there, or you scrub your carpet so hard that you've got a big wear mark where your carpet is. I'm going to offer a couple of tips on how to get this vomit and the smell out of your carpet and how to help also try to sanitize some of it as well. The first thing you want to do is remember to always be gentle on your carpet. You never need to scrub. You're not trying to drive it into the carpet. You're trying to get it out of the carpet, and you're not trying to distort the fibers. I've got a spotter right here. You guys probably don't have access to this, but a wet dry vac, a shop vac, just a little 1 gallon shop vac, or even your own spotter Bissell cleaner that you have at your house will work as well. First thing you want to do, I just take a little something and agitate it a little bit and get all the dry crusted stuff off on here. I'm just taking what I call my little bone scraper, but you can take whatever. Get that stuff off, and then what you want to do is just take your vacuum. Excuse me while I plug this one in real quick. And take your vacuum, it's gonna be a little noisy here for a second, and you vacuum up the excess. All right. Now that you've got the excess vacuumed up, one of the biggest things, you got to know the makeup of the soils you're dealing with. Every soil is different. Gatorade is different from ink, might be different from vomit or urine. So you've got a lot of proteins in this. You have a lot of food dyes or food colorings from maybe what they've eaten, as well as some bile from the belly. So the first thing you want to do is hit this with an enzyme. You can do warm water and get a lot of it up, but you're just not going to break down those proteins without an enzyme. A Nature's Miracle for pet stains or like, but just go to your store, Amazon, look for an enzyme spotter. So you mix warm water with your enzymes. You never want to do super hot water because you'll kill your enzymes, but pretty warm water. And you want to do a pretty good saturation here. You're not trying to get the pad wet, but you need to let the carpet, or let the enzyme get the same distance in the carpet that your vomit did. You don't want to just get the surface. You want to get down in there. The thing about enzymes is it takes some dwell time. Enzymes need to go to work, and they go eat. They're little deals that go eat and unzip the proteins, and so you can get this off of your carpet. So you get it all nice and wet. Again, take whatever you were doing, agitating it in there just a little bit. See, I'm not scrubbing, I'm not driving it in there. I'm just getting the surface tension broken between the carpet and vomit. And usually you want to give your enzymes about an hour dwell time, but for the sake of time, I'm not going to. One of the things that, you could take your cloths. I always have a bunch of rags here, and I never take my cloths and squish them up. I always like to take them and put them in a nice square, and then I like to blot. And I just realized I probably should have a pair of latex gloves on, but I did not grab them. And you see I'm just wiping here, I'm just blotting. Get it off the dresser drawer there. I'm just blotting right there. I'm just wiping it up, kind of transferring it on there. Turn the rag, the cloth several times. Make sure you use a white cloth, not anything that you're going to get some color transfer to. You're just wiping wiping. So getting a decent amount of it off just by doing that. Second thing you want to do is, the biggest thing is just extraction. You need to get your wet vac, or you need to get your just a shop vac. Just take the filter out, and then you can get it really nice and wet right here. Since you don't have the jet that I have to flush it with, you can get it pretty wet if you got a good shop vac on there. And then you just make it loud again. Just extract it out of there and do that a few times until you feel like it's nice and flushed. Excuse me. And then you can actually take another towel, put it on there and stand on there and really just get that water out of there. And then if there's just a tinge of color, what I like to do is get 3% peroxide, hydrogen peroxide, in the brown bottle underneath your sink. And you can put it on a Q-tip on a small place or a cotton ball. Again, latex gloves are good so you don't get on your hands. And not only is it antimicrobial, but it helps with just taking that color out, and it helps getting some of that smell out. Now I have a little bit of peroxide in this, a little stronger peroxide, but your 3% will work. I'm not recommended on all carpets, especially wool or any natural fabrics, because you might dye them on there. But you can just take and blot a little on there. I'm just gonna spray a little bit on here. My sprayer's not working very well. And then I just take again, and because I want to coat the fibers, and I want to kind of get it all over. And then it's not going to be instantly, but what happens is it takes time for peroxide to work. It's a slow bleach, and you just kind of do that. And it's a little dark right now because it's a little bit wet still, and I need to blot it. And after that, you can call your carpet care professional, call Approved Carpet Care, whatever, but it's just a nice, easy way to get vomit out. All right, go to ApprovedCarpetCare.com.